being the birds are very much in the building. Well, I hope it just came out the water. One of the beautiful stork crane family members, and he's a little shy. He's gonna fly off. But we're out here at beautiful Lake Pontchartrain. For me, it just feels like a very spiritual place. All the water, all the memory from all the different time eras, and all the people who come in and out of this area from all over the world to share their culture. You know, it's a lot in this story. But today's energy is shifting into the Blue Eagle, and this is the wave spell that we're going to be in for the next couple of next 13 days. Obviously, the next 13 days. But this is really going to tap into our creative mind. What we've seen on the inside is now coming out. The vision, holding a vision. You know, it's like, how long can you hold a vision? A good example is that boat out there. Let's see if I can make sure. If it was to sail into the distance, you would be able to follow it to a certain point. Where the Blue Eagle, that kind of energy, you would not lose sight of it. You know what I'm saying? Nor the sound of it. It's really working with a different kind of a higher aspect of our being that we haven't tapped into, mostly because of the rat race. And don't get it confused. There are more people onto this spiritual thing, or this voodoo, this witchcraft, all this, than you would think at this time. So again, it's about being mindful. You know what I'm saying? Being mindful and being aware. That's what they were picking at. But at the same time, it's about that Aquarian energy of seeing into the future. What does the future hold for me, first and foremost? What does it hold for me, first and foremost? You know? So this is one of those times where, as an artist, I would put out a new post about commissioning future self portraits. And by that, it would be us having a conversation and you expressing how you feel about going forward in the future and what you would want to see for yourself. And then having that commission work on your wall so that you have a vision that you hold for that idea or that ideal version of yourself to take hold, especially if it's not quite here yet. You understand? About 10 years ago, it was the first one I did for a brother in the Starbucks I was going to every day. And he was going to a 4-year college, and he was a little nervous about it. So he asked me to do a picture of him graduating, and that's what I did. I did a nice caricature of him in the cap and gown, and he took it to college with him. And it's funny because I saw him maybe a month or so after he graduated, and he told me that that picture was what got him through. You know what I mean? All the times he wanted to quit or give up, that vision, having that vision in his living space was what he needed. You know what I'm saying? It was a part of the subconscious training. It wasn't going to let him quit. And that's the power of art and creative expression. So creative expression right now is a really big part of what's going on. Not just the vision, but whether it's a stick figure or just some colors on the paper. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about coming out of your own energy. But also surrounding yourself with things visually that line up with that image. You understand? So it'd be like if you wanted to go into space, well, you would have a lot of NASA stuff around you. You would have, you know, maybe your favorite astronaut, or you would have pictures of people in space to keep that vision, to hold that vision, and then take the steps to create those scenarios for yourself. You know, we're not just talking about pencil and paper. We're talking about inspired action, taking inspired action on your dreams, and being open to being guided towards them. You know what I'm saying? So from this higher perspective, we really get to see what is and what isn't and how it's so much more bigger picture than just us. But at the end and the beginning of the day, it has to start with us first before anybody else can be included in that conversation. So let's pull a couple cards to see what messages come through on the channel today, and what we could tap into to get ourselves going. You know what I'm saying? What's going on there? Nope, not fishing today. We're going to get to the energy card, and it keeps coming out. The Hermit card. The time that you spend in your creative sphere, or just visualizing, meditating about your future self, is going to make all the difference right now. This is the applied action. And it's kind of paradoxical because you're not really doing anything but sitting there and allowing a vision to come to you. This is one of the things where you don't really want to fight it. You know what I mean? You want to be open to the vision that comes to you as well. So it's a twofold, you know what I mean? Because as I was explaining last night, don't look at this in a linear way. Look at this as a way of you remember your grandmother and your grandfather and all the people that raised you. They saw something in you. You know what I mean? We're talking about sight. There's a wisdom that comes with watching generations grow up and transform based on their decisions. You can almost predict where certain people are going to end up in their lives. You understand? It's the same kind of principle here. There's been a vision that's been held for you by other people, and then there's a vision that you hold for yourself. It's time to get back to the one that you've held for yourself. But honor the ones that you what's going on? Thank you, Britt. But what do you see? Did you want to travel the world like old buddy here? Just chilling in the lake, you know what I'm saying? Right up there. And if that sailed into the sunset, could you really follow it with your eye? Well, absolutely. That's the power of the mind. You know what I'm saying? There is no time, there is no space. So we're talking about childhood dreams and visions coming back online as well. Maybe something very simple as a project that you never finished, or riding bikes and shit like that. You all the kid stuff that we used to do without really chasing out the results. It was all about the fun. It was all about the energy. It was all about the discovery of self. And that's what this card right here is emphasizing. The Hermit card. Virgo card. So with this sight of the blue eagle, we're going to start getting the details, you know what I mean, of how we can go about accomplishing this vision or dream for ourselves, and how that plays into the collective. Maybe you found that you have a new gift or talent that could be of service. Well, it's time to do a little bit of research, because one of the main key words for this is the output. What goes in is what comes out. So this is encouraging the study in new endeavors and places that you've never been. Because this is where the growth and expansion for us is going to happen. Your crystals, your clear quartz, even smoky quartz, amethyst, Herkimer diamonds, all these clear kind of crystals will help as well if you carry them on your persons. Let's see what else we got. And the Queen of Spades. The Queen of Spades here is the Zen meditation card. This is the second most powerful card in the deck, next to the King and perhaps the Joker. It depends on who you talk to. But this is the internal world we're talking about. Stretching the limits, hence the yoga. You know what I'm saying? Going beyond what you thought you were able to conceive in your mind as a possible future. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a dream occupation you've always wanted to do. As an artist, who wouldn't want to draw for their favorite comic book hero? You know what I'm saying? Or for their favorite movie company or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's along those lines. If you're a singer, what music group would you have wanted to had a collaboration with? You understand what I'm saying? It's really putting yourself back in that era as a child where there was no limitations. So this is asking us to stretch those atrophied muscles out again. You know what I'm saying? Parts of us that are dormant, that we've kind of let fall to the wayside due to, just living daily life. You know what I mean? Being in the rat race, worried about this and that, and all that being designed to take our focus off the creativity. Ginger, excellent. This is more in line with the energy of clearing out. But this is in line with the output I was talking about. If you look closely, her ingredients are love and wisdom. That's what she's putting into her recipes. Your heart has to be present. You know what I'm saying? Your childlike exuberation has to be there. Before you even do any of that other fly shit, you have to maintain that frequency, you know what I'm saying, to be in line with the universe as it is. You know what I'm saying? In the spirit of creation. And look, that boat just keep getting closer. They get a little bit closer. I might swim out there. Fuck around. I had a helmet on and everything. Oh, the waves are changing. You hear it? And that's nature's way, spirit's way of saying the ripple effect of your actions and your thoughts carry over into the, the collective conscious. If you have soulmates out there kind of thing, you know what I'm saying, that you haven't met yet, people coming into your life, just you putting that energy out there for them before they even show up. You know what I'm saying? Visualizing what that interaction would feel like, what it would sound like, the conversation. This is the energy that we're, it's all about going in, y'all. It's all about going in and really getting to the core of what it is you want for yourself. But these cards also have an undertone of ancestry. A lot of us have been here before. A lot of us have done this already, and there's gifts that we have, talents that we have that are coming back to the forefront from those time eras. These things good. What goes in is what comes out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're really in the spirit of self-care. And for the last card, and I mean this is just on point, not only this is about wish fulfillment and becoming the star or the lead in your own story, but this is what's going to heal everything that you've ever been through in the past just to get here. You know what I'm saying? All your obstacles, all your trials and tribulations. This is about you coming out of this water. You see that water there? This is about you rising out. Things coming up from the subconscious and having that full expression. So this is a very fearless time as well. Not giving a F about what anybody say. And I can tell you that firsthand. For y'all that know me, don't know me, me and this helmet are well known all throughout New Orleans right about now. You know what I mean? And even though I did flip somebody off the other day because I knew he was talking shit, I usually don't care. I really don't care because for me, it's just a symbol of why I'm here at this point. You know what I'm saying? And where it's taking me. So these kind of endeavors are what Spirit is really asking us to embrace about ourselves, our true nature, our true creativity, our true desires at this time. What do they look like? You know what I'm saying? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? These are the details of that Hermit or Virgo card. You know what I mean? Like that boat out there. If I wanted that boat out there, I want to know how much it costs, what it takes to keep the maintenance on it. You know what I'm saying? If I had to replace parts, how to sail in the first fucking place. Do I need a license? So you want all the small details that make up the big vision once you get locked into the vision first. You know what I'm saying? Something you'll know, because when you see it, it'll really be something that moves you. It'll be something that you'll get excited about. Bottom of the deck is the Sun card. Absolutely. And there's a lot of that shit out here tonight. Sweating like a dog out here. The Sun card. The thing about this Sun card is this is the darkest before the dawn kind of energy. As you can see all these shadows and then the light illuminating. So this is one of those situations where you have to trust that your path is being guided and that everything that you ask for is going to be revealed to you at this time, step by step. And you got to remember that it's a process. No shortcuts. No shortcuts this time around. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in such a rush to get to the manifestation that you miss all the beautiful details that happen along the way. Feel me? But this is really talking about that happiness, that inner joy of being able to express who you are truly and fully at this time. All right. And I'm not really following the comments 'cause I can't really see them because it's so bright out here. But appreciate everybody in the room for coming through. Yeah, they keep swinging a little bit closer, man. You fuck around, man. You're gonna have a Negro on board happily. But it's like that, you know. Enjoy the journey. It's not a race. It's a pace out there. You know what I'm saying? So for a lot of us, we've been asked to spread our wings, of course, with this eagle energy or the birds in general, right, Britt? We were talking about that last night with Chef Amir over on IG, and feathers. In a lot of the Native American cultures were signs that you were on the right path if you found a feather along your travels. The white ones especially would be from ancestors, you know what I'm saying, that have passed over, letting, reminding us. Because at the end of the day, it is about the memory, and that's why I came out to the waters today. Yeah, and that's exactly what it's all about, Britt. You know, getting in that all cylinders. How do I get out there? What, kind of boat? Just the details, but it's got to be fun. You don't want to overthink it, but you want the details. You know what I'm saying? How long you gonna be out there, kind of shit. Cause can you swim? You afraid of deep water? Cause like I ain't gonna lie, deep water is a little foreboding for me, and I know for a lot of people it's like, what's down there? But even with this blue eagle energy now that we have to see beyond, who's to say you can't see what's underneath the water? There's plenty of examples of people being able to see through the earth. If you've ever read Psychomancy or done any of the exercises, that's a big part of it. Stretching our limits. Stretching our limits. But when you feel it get heavy, when you feel it, the restriction, when you feel the pushback, that is your spirit telling you that you're going too hard. You know what I'm saying? You're going too fast. And next we have the yellow star. And I'm going to pull 3 more in tandem because it feels like it's going to be a whammy for the end. Yeah, Tantra. Yeah, it's going to be a whammy. These 3 are going to go together. And Reiki. How about it? Elements of fire and air are here. And with the whole Gemini thing going on, we just had Mars enter Taurus. So for all my Taurian people, we're going to get an extra boost of energy to get some shit done anyway. But this is definitely about the desires. Again, beautifying your world. This is more about self-care as well. Being the masterpiece. Becoming a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? And it speaks to abundance, but it's more about multiplication or multiplying things. You know what I'm saying? This is the flower of life kind of energy, where one ripple out here creates another ripple and expands. You know what I'm saying? And then with Reiki, this is about speaking, with this Gemini and Jupiter energy together. There's going to be a lot of healing conversations. But there's also going to be conversations that you have with yourself and whoever else you confide in about your desires right now. And this is really urging everyone to see the beauty in life again. To see the beauty that's all around you. The simple things. Just, the water right here. I can't tell you how many birds I've seen just being here, especially the big ones. They're all around here. And out here yesterday, the fish were jumping everywhere, like everywhere. Because it was like the first time I visited here since I moved. And it was almost like they were like, welcome, welcome. You know what I'm saying? They were everywhere, just popping out the water, everywhere. And it was like it was really a beautiful display. You know what I mean? Spirit got a way of making my black ass smile when I feel like it. And it was one of them times, you know what I mean? And that kind of connection, that kind of conversation is what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy we need to be in. There's a relationship to everything. The elements, the water, the land, the goddamn phone, you know what I'm saying? All these different relationships, all these different ways of communication, verbally and non-verbally. And I stress that non-verbal a little bit more because, again, the ancestors are, everything is speaking, you know what I mean? I'm not going to just say them, but the ancestors are definitely passing down some recipes, you know, passing down some wisdom. Nothing else, just to give you some inspiration and some, you know how grandma used to do it, grandpa used to do it, you could do it, you know what I mean? The first time you were trying something, you may have been unsure, but you had that support system. And that's what this feels like more so, is these, everything is being more of a support system for these dreams and these ideas, especially in the realms of you know, just healing. Not just ourselves, but the planet that we live on, and taking care of all this, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of the better spots. I haven't seen any trash in the water. It's not to say that it's not in here, you know what I'm saying? But still, who's to say you can't come out here with a singing bowl and put that energy out there? You feel what I'm saying? And really have that kind of rapport, that conversation, and help cleanse some of the memory out here, some of the old energy signatures that may have been what muddied some of this water up, where you can't see, you know what I'm saying, past 3 or 4 feet. So there's a story and everything, and that Reiki is also about your story up to this point and how important it is to the generations that follow. So how is what I'm doing now serving maybe my great-grandchildren kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? Not just this time that we're in, but for future times to come. And how important it is to tell the truth from all sides, you know? Like American history was taught by the conquerors, and we know that shit was 100% bull, you know? We got a couple more boats out here today. Sometimes you let the wind take you where you got to go, and other times you put the sails down and let the waves take you, you know what I mean? So with that, that's like the surrender of it all. And then there's times where you take the wheel, you know what I mean? It's kind of a back and forth thing, but just listen to your gut. Just listen to what's coming to you naturally, you know what I mean? And the beauty of it is, most of us probably doing it without even knowing it. I did a ritual yesterday out here when I came, where I took all the receipts that I had gathered from all my purchases in the past week, and I put gratitude and hearts and did the numerology and all of them. Then I burnt it and I put it in the water as a show of gratitude, because this is currency, you know what I'm saying? And then I go online and there's a whole thing about the asteroid Fortuna and astrology being highlighted. I was like, look at this shit, you know what I mean? So you got to follow it. Just follow it. Even if it seems strange, if it doesn't, the timing doesn't feel, you know what I'm saying? What a perfect time to do something like that. Now somebody out there, you ain't gonna catch me on those skis that far out. Not right now. Look like fun though. I don't know if y'all can see them. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Because they cutting up out there. But they having fun. You understand what I'm saying? They're having fun. And there's the rest of the backdrop coming all the way down here to where I'm at. Got these funky little steps. And all this water and all that green algae up in there. Yeah. So we're in a really good place, whether it looks like it on the surface or not. We're really in a good place, regardless of how everything around you may look. You know, starting over for me has just been that thing. You know what I mean? When I moved, I had to give up everything, you know, and it cost me just damn near everything I had. But I don't mind. Ooh, we're gonna take that call later. But I don't mind having the reset. You know what I'm saying? Everything gets to start new. The relationship with everything I'm dealing with now is brand new. So you really got to get creative, even with your rituals and all that. Like, stuff is gonna come out of nowhere. Stuff that you ain't never heard before. You know, you don't want to keep dipping in the same pool everybody else is dipping in, because it dilutes the energy. But the shit that comes from you is pure, unadulterated. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is gonna work. It's gonna work wonders for you. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to get your hands in the water. It's slippery as fuck. And that's why I wanted to record this. If I fall in, y'all know what happened to my ass. Yeah. Yeah, it's real nice though. I might have to come out here and take a dip, or at least bring the boots out here one day. But that's the this is my kind of dissertation on this. This one is going to be different than all the other wave spells before it, of course, even the Blue Eagle wave spells. But this one is really, you know, you can't make it up. The timing is just right. This is the perfect time to start planning for the future and what that looks like and the steps that you need to take to get there. You know what I mean? And staying in the flow of things, not going against the current, but rather with the current. You know? Gently down the stream, merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. They was setting our asses up that whole time. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Let me see if I can see some of these comments. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there, you know, the camera and all that doesn't do it justice. Dance floor doesn't do it justice. Live and in color, you'll always get more of the aesthetics of it all, but it's a nice calm breeze. There's a couple birds out there already. And that long ass bridge. It's like, how long did it take them to build that shit? And who went down there to put all that shit in the water, man? More power to them. You know what I'm saying? And then we got these clouds out here. It's a beautiful day. I hope y'all enjoying y'all day wherever you're at, regardless of the weather. But that's pretty much it. You know, these are just the guidelines. However, this shows up the next 13 days. It's the review at the end where you're really going to get the juice, you know what I'm saying, after putting in the work. That's where you're going to start seeing things a lot clearer, especially if you have the calendar itself and you file the days. Every day is going to add a little bit more to the recipe. You don't want to just take the rest. You don't want to take an ingredient out. You want to let it sit, marinate, put the next ingredient or the next archetype in there and mix it up and see how it all works together, how it all blends together for you. You know what I mean? Through your experience of it all. But that's it for me. It's hot. I'm gonna go find me a tall glass of iced tea. I just made some sun tea, put that shit in the fridge. That should be nice and ready when I get back. And get myself ready for this evening. If you're available on IG, I'll be on at 10 p.m. Central Time doing an art class, teaching a new student live. But it's a space of creativity. You want to come sit for an hour and work on your craft, and we can just have conversation. That's what it's really all about. But it's going to be a great way to get you back in the groove of just creating intentionally every day. You know what I'm saying? Or at least setting that time, or, you know what I mean, getting in your groove. Or it could be just like this shit here. You just watching the waves. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. So 10 p.m. Central Time. Be on IG. You'll see it if it pops up. If you're not following Phoenix, you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And this is going to be part of my new beginning as well. So we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? The intentions are out there. It's all about just following the signs and the symbols and taking note of who and what shows up along the way. You know what I mean? With an open heart and an open mind. And here we go again to close it out. The ripples. Sometimes I ain't gotta say shit. Nature will do it for me. That's the beauty of it all. You know? I'm just a cosmic kid at the end of the day. Learning to enjoy life a lot more. And then it's that stillness. Then it's that stillness. That's beautiful. But all right, good people. You know, everybody got ADHD, so I want to keep these things a little bit short. That's about 30 minutes right there. So that should be good for right now. But maybe this weekend do a follow-up, check-in. But yeah, if you want a personal reading, hit me up. All that info is in the community description box. You can catch me on IG as well. The book you're reading this week for this wave spell, I'm doing $25 for an hour as a special. And I'm also going to open up commission works if you want something along the lines of seeing yourself in the future and how that would look, what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I said it on this broadcast or the IG, but I had an example of a brother who came back from school. I had done a picture for him graduating. You know, I did a caricature of him graduating, and he confessed that was one of the big things that got him through to see his vision fulfilled. So this is one of the times where I'm going to open that up again as far as seeing yourself in the future kind of art commissions. And you could have that for your living space. But before you do all that, you know, make sure you really hone in on what you want to see for yourself. You know what I mean? We're not talking about next week or next year. We're talking about maybe the overall, what you look like as the grand matriarch or patriarch of your family, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever business endeavors you're doing right now that you want to see progress and growth in. You know? So, you know, just reach out. I'm here. We can always talk about it. No big deal. But even if not, do it on your own. You feel me? Staircase lead. Well, there's a lot of that around here. You know, a lot of that around here. It's really inviting right now. I kind of want to go in there. But I'm going to save that for another day. I'm going to bring me a stick out here so I can measure this bitch before I start taking steps. You feel me? Alrighty, good peoples. Be sure to I guess everybody like, share, subscribe, you know, tell a friend, whatever, pass it on. But check back in after 13 days. Check back in to the video after 13 days and leave a comment. You know what I mean? Don't leave one now. Let the energy play out and then come back and check in with it. And really see how it's worked out for you. You know what I'm saying? But besides all that, I'm gonna get my stuff packed up and get back on the road and go get some iced tea. Goddamn. Cause it's hot. It's hot out here. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. All right, y'all. Y'all take care out there. Be safe. But remember to honor your light and your dark. Be whole. All right? Peace. Uh-oh.